Hey everybody, so I'm actually about to leave to go camping. I wanted to start this video before I left so I could work on these things in the car to and from. So I'm going to, sorry about that, hopefully edit that out, maybe not, talk to you a little about Yarn Bee. You can see it's wooden Yarn Bee Sugarwheel. This is Pixie Twist, and this one is called Swooning Macaroons. Fancy. It is 7 ounces, 199 grams, 355 yards, or 325 meters. Size 9 knitting needle, size 8 knitting needles, 5 millimeter. I9 crochet hook, or 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. So I've got those exact things right here. They're going to go with me. These are my knit picks, and this is actually the wrong size hook. I'm gonna have to go back and grab the right size. You can see this. Maybe you can't see. That's a 6. I'll have to go back and grab my 5.5 before I walk out the door. That is what I'm gonna pack with me momentarily. Take with me in my car and work on while we're off camping. So these should be done by the time we get home, in theory, in about a week. So you can see these were $7. They're exclusive to Hobby Lobby. As far as I know, Yarn Bee is the Hobby Lobby brand. Just like Michael's has their own brand and Joann's has their own brand. I believe this is the one that is for Hobby Lobby. This one appears to be a gray, a purpley gray, a purpley pink, a pink, and then back to that dark gray. And that was again the Pixie Twist. And then the Sugarwheel Swooning Macaroons is this kind of bright aqua to kind of a tealy green. It's really pretty purple, and I think it's supposed to be black, but it's a very purple black, and then back to that kind of aquamarine. So I will check back in with you guys soon on my progress. This will probably be some sort of knitted thing and a crocheted thing, probably my 12-point star blanket, just like I've been doing, that round ripple, and then one of them will be a scarf in some sort of basic knit stitch. See you guys later. So I told you we were traveling while I worked on this, and so I wanted to bring you a quick update from the car. I have my Yarn Plus Needle Equals a Life. I've been doing the, I can't remember what this color name is, but it's really pretty. It's the green, purple, kind of a black, gray, and blue. You can see here, this is very sunny where we're at right now. So hopefully this isn't too off color bright. It's this nice bright blue and a nice kind of a maybe aquamarine, I don't know. It's pretty. What I opted to do for the knitted scarf was I cast it on 40, as I've been doing, and this time I opted to do a mock rib, which I really like because it's not quite as boring as just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth with knitting, but it does still give you that kind of ribbed look without squishing it up too much. So still the lace kind of flat, it's not too squishy. So basically you go one direction, knit, and then when you turn around to the wrong side, you do your rib, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl. And then you knit back, and then knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl. Super easy. So this one I think is going to be really pretty. And you can see my bag from Joann's from a million years ago. So I'm really liking this. This yarn works up really quick. I haven't been spending too much time on this one. Works up pretty quickly so far knitting. As you know, I'm a slow knitter, even though I'm a fast crocheter. And I like how this is going. It's a little, so far on my, comparing my phone to real life, it's a little washed out on the phone. It's a little more bright and perky in real life. So sorry about that. But I'll bring you more later. Bye. Alright, so I finished up the knitted scarf. It's over. We're traveling, you can tell. So you can see I really played yarn chicken here, and I won, barely. So I used up literally the entire skein. snag, I suppose, that I came across was this tied end, and not so much the tied end, but I want you to see the discrepancy in the size of the yarn between the two ends. I'm having a hard time doing that, sorry about that. So like one is nice and bouncy, and this looks like, I don't know, someone like ironed it to death or something. It just doesn't quite look right. So my first like 2 rows, it's hard to see because that color is really dark. The first 2 rows are like weird because the yarn's really thin for, you know, a yard or so, which was odd. It didn't really bother me too much, other than the fact that it just, you know, it was super thin. Also, the mock rib that I did, it turned out really nicely, and it so happened that the way the yarn was in this particular pattern just blocked out super well. I really liked this colorway. Everything here turned out really nicely. So once it's blocked, and this is a lot more aqua color than it looks like on my screen here, but once this is blocked and done, at the end of this video I'll show this off. But it actually came out really nicely. I really like this yarn. I wasn't expecting to, because Yarn Bee is not my favorite brand, but this actually was really nice to work with, and I was really happy with it. So stay tuned for the crochet one. It should be on in a couple of seconds. So it's raining, so I figured I'd do a quick thing about my crochet video. You can see I've started out 12 point ripple like I usually do. Really nice. Every other row is a non-increase row, just to keep its shape nice and clean. So far, crocheting with this is awesome. Again, I really didn't think and expect I would like this yarn, but I do. This is actually grayer than it looks on the screen right now. Everything here is not quite as bright and cheerful. In the other knitting video, knitting portion of the video, the yarn looks super drab, where it's like really lively in person, and here we're having the other issue, so who knows? Video is weird. I really am enjoying this. I'm liking how it's working up. Oh, sorry about that. I'm liking how it's working up, and it's just kind of a nice yarn to work with. It's, I believe, 100% acrylic. I'll have to double check. And I'm really liking how it's turning out. And again, I'm using a 5.5 millimeter. That's what they recommend. So I'm doing that. Yeah, my check engine light is on, for those of you who saw that. It goes on and off, so hope it didn't distract you. And again, I'm just really liking it. It's nice, it's soft, it's squishy, it's got a nice give to it. It's got some movement. So I'm really happy with this yarn so far. We'll see how it finishes off. Hopefully the last video I'll do at home in my apartment, which will have better light, and hopefully the colors will be a little bit truer. But this, so far, been excellent. And I really recommend it as of right now. So we'll see how I feel at the end. So this is the baby blanket. You can see over here, we've got it at just about 28 inches diagonally. The colors came out really nicely. That looks a little green in this light. So actually, so does my gray carpet. So there's that. And I think I've mentioned a few times already, I really like this. Sweet rolls, not sweet rolls. Which one am I doing? What is this yarn? The Yarn Bee yarn. You know what I'm talking about. You've been watching this video. This lovely yarn. It's really quite nice. It almost reminds me of Red Heart, if Red Heart was soft. Like really, really worn in Red Heart yarn. Or maybe Red Heart with Love, if you've ever used that. Kind of reminds me of that, and I'm with it. I like it. It's good stuff. So check that out. oh, you can see how yellow this is. Hopefully I get a chance to color correct this when I do this in post, but we'll see. I still haven't found a good tool to do that on now that YouTube took the Creator Studio editor away. So we'll see if whatever I find lets me get the yellow out of here. Give me just a second, I'll reset and we'll look at the knitted scarf. So here is the knitted scarf. Well, you'll see some curling action here. I'm gonna frog this at some point and make it into something else, either a different knit stitch, knit combo stitch, or maybe I'll crochet it into something, a cowl or something along those lines. It just didn't quite work out. Not its fault. It just wasn't the right kind of deal. It is approximately 10 and a half, somewhere in there, inches wide. And as you can see, it's on my yoga mat because I couldn't get it to sit nicely on the regular rug, and our floor is hardwood at this place. So it was not really the best. This is really just the best option to get it to sit without too much rolling. It's about 54 and a half, 55 inches long. I mean, which isn't bad, honestly, for a scarf, but it could be better. Again, this is a Hobby Lobby brand. The yarn is nice to use. It's not terribly expensive. I don't believe blog post will come. It'll be in the comments, and I'll have the cost analysis in that, so we can see what the cost per skein is, and then based on the yardage and grams, ounces, meters, all of those measurements, what the cost is, and how far it actually went. Thanks you guys for watching. I know this video was a little odd because I was traveling so much, but there you go. I appreciate the watch, and if you like this video, click thumbs up or maybe subscribe. I will do my best to get you more videos. I'm trying to do some sort of video review about once a month, and then some vlogs more regularly. So if you like what you see, keep coming back. There'll be more. Have a great day.